Hello, princesses, and welcome back to Not Fit for Print Beauty with me, Rebecca. Today I have the distinct pleasure of talking about the brand new Surratt Artistique Liquid Blush. What a little beauty. Look at that ombre casing. We're going to talk about it, give you all the information, swatch it, tell you how to use it, where a liquid blush is great. We're going to get right into this. This is actually the second blush video I've done in 2 days, which suits me just fine because I love blush. And I love powder blush even, but it's so much fun to get into all these different types of blushes. Yesterday we looked at the Hourglass Cream to Powder new blush, their Vanish blush. But today I want to give some time to this liquid blush from Surratt. So let's talk about it. There are, first of all, this ombre casing is sensational, as is common. It actually has, I don't know if the camera's picking this up, the logo, the Surratt logo down, but it's got this gorgeous ombre casing, which is so popular with Surratt products. These little guys are $45 each, and there are 4 shades. And if you are a fan of Surratt powder blushes, the Artistique powder blushes, you will recognize the name. All 4 of these shades are liquid versions of the most popular powder Artistique blushes. There are 4. I picked up 2, so I have 50% of the collection here. And since I have 2 blushes and 2 cheeks, we're going to try them both on and talk a little bit about how this works. Okay. So the 2 shades I picked up, which again, you might recognize if you are a fan of the powder versions, I picked up Parfait, which is a pinkish coral color, and Classique, which you would know to be a warm magenta if you are familiar with the powder versions. Let's talk about how they differ and how they work and what exactly is a liquid blush. Obviously, it's what it sounds like, but what exactly it is and how to use it. Now, like I said, these are $45. They're pricey, but Surratt is a very, if you haven't tried Surratt and you're a makeup lover, you need to do yourself that treat. Surratt is a very, what I would call intelligent, almost verging on intellectual brand, to be honest. And that, coming from me, that's a compliment. These are very well thought out, kind of Japan meets New York, as they say. They're so beautiful. And coming from the makeup artist and the fame of Troy Surratt, you get these just really well thought out products that are so runway friendly, but really translate into everyday beauty. And they're just, like I said, intelligent, thoughtful is really what I should say. They're really thoughtful makeup. And I feel you're paying for that in the packaging, in the design, in the innovation. So I kind of forgive Surratt of any higher prices. I feel like I'm holding a little piece of artwork in my hand. Let me explain why. But there's also some fun and whimsy to it as well. The whimsy comes in to the fact that these are, as I said, liquid blushes. And let me uncap one for you. I kind of have it ready to go. I don't know if this shows. It's got the little drop at the top there. But this is actually based on, literally, Surratt Beauty says this, based on a bingo blotter. You know, like, in Miami, they're bingo, 36, all right, so this is an actual based on that. And what it has, see the little droplet of color that's coming through? There's a little hole there, and I'll show you in a moment, but you click up this, and it click, 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 and then the product comes out. And this little blotter, the little dabber, like the bingo dabber, is kind of a cloth, a beautiful kind of, it's not cheaply done at all. It's a really kind of beautiful, almost like a sponge material. And so you can go ahead and use this then to apply, or you can use your fingers, you can use a brush, whatever works for you, just to kind of get the product in there. If you're going to use a brush, you could use synthetic, you could use undyed goat hair, which is the white goat hair, and it is great on cream, powder, and liquid products. So that would work really well for these. And they kind of make, the liquid blush is different than the cream blush because most cream blushes essentially are cream to powder. So once they go on, they kind of blend in and become almost like a more porous powder soaks in. But the thing about a liquid blush is it always is going to give a more glimmering effect because it is not started out as cream and it cannot really change to powder. It's a liquid, so it gives that more glimmering flush, and it can be more transparent. So whereas powder and cream blushes have that opacity to them. A liquid blush will always be a little more transparent and give a little more of a glowing flush. And we're going to talk about how that works and how that looks. First, we're going to try them on the face. I do need to tell you that I have, in honor of doing a Surratt video, because Surratt, the brand Surratt Cosmetics and Surratt Beauty is so dear to my heart, I have done a whole homage here. I have the Artistique powder eyeshadow on my eye. I have the lid lacquer on my eye. I'm using my favorite Surratt Noir mascara, my Surratt eyelash curler, and I've got my favorite foundation on, which is the Surratt Dewdrop. So I've got pretty much a full face of Surratt here, and I'm ready to go. Let's take a look at these, and I'll show you how they work. Again, I'm going to click this up, and you'll see, I can't click and hold, but you'll see, and up comes the product. So this is Parfait, which is kind of a pink coral, and I'll put that on the arm and show you. Let's get a little more there. It comes right up as you click. Now, when you first use these, it's kind of funny. I noticed when you first use them, it kind of can take a while to get the little mesh top there to really give up the product well. But as you use them, they definitely start coming out a little bit better. So don't lose patience. Now, see how that is almost a transparent layer of color? I'm really going to have to zoom in when I edit so that you can really see it. It almost is like just a flush, and I'm really building it up for you guys. And again, just forgive the fact that it seems to take a while to come out. That is just common. I held it upside down and that did help a little bit. I'm trying to build it up for you guys, but this is supposed to actually be like a wash of color. And that is exactly what it is. All right, let's take a look at Classique, which is, as I said, a warm magenta shade. Have a little bit of that on the tip. There, that came out. Let me see if I can get a nice big swatch going. This is kind of a flushed watermelon color. You see it right there. Isn't that beautiful? And again, I hope you're seeing, and I will certainly zoom in, but I hope you're seeing what I mean by this kind of transparent. I really got a good wash of it there. But it's not even like a cream blush, where a cream blush you have to blend it out because of the opacity. This kind of blends itself, and it has a really cooling effect on the skin. It is definitely different than a cream blush, a liquid blush, a good liquid blush, which these are. There's nothing like it in terms of a wash of color. If you tend not to like blushes, try a liquid blush. Your mind might change because there's just something about it that is so easy to use and so flushed and transparent. So let's try it on now. I'm going to turn my mirror around. Let's start with Parfait. I might look a little silly here, having one color on each cheek. But let's go ahead and start with it. So there we go. See, as I told you, these are still about 2 days old to me, so I'm still kind of getting the mechanism to work right. You do have to be patient, but it will work. And again, we can use our hands, we can use this tip here, we can use a brush, you can even use a sponge because it's a liquid product, so do whatever you want. Okay, I'm going to put it here on the tops. Now you might be wondering how, and I'm just blending it. There you go. There. Let me show you it kind of unblended. I'm just putting it on there. See, that's unblended. And you might be wondering, how does this wear over powder? Well, you're seeing it over powder. I have worn this over powder. I have worn this over unset foundation. Look at the transparency there. I just want you to see the transparency. It's almost like I don't have a blush at all. Look at how gently I am. You guys get so upset when I use my hands on my face. Look at how gently I'm going here, and it just blends it in. I really didn't even need to do it. Okay, and this is Parfait. Look at the beauty and the subtlety of that blush. Let me show you what Classique, the warm magenta, looks like on this side here. Again, I'll be mismatched, but it's all for fun. There we go, just to let you see just kind of that there. And then I'm going to go ahead and blend again, using the tip, maybe my fingers, very gently, don't worry, very gently. Again, I could also use a brush. And I'm just kind of showing you, let's put a little more on. You don't have to be afraid to build this up because you're not going to look like a clown. As it builds, and it doesn't move any product around. So it's just kind of gently going on. and not moving anything around, and I'm just kind of gently patting that on, this color, because it's a little bit of a darker shade. So just kind of gently patting it on. Now, of course, I'm a bit mismatched because these are different shades of blush, but I just kind of wanted to show you just how sheer and beautiful. I mean, for summer, if you were, let's pretend, going to the beach and it was a no makeup day and you just wanted to have a little bit of sunscreen on and just put something on that just feels cool, because these have a kind of a cooling effect on the skin and just feels transparent and light. You will never feel like you're wearing makeup. It is almost like you're putting a colored water on your face, a liquid blush. They are completely my choice for summer. I wear them in winter too, of course, but they are the perfect solution when the weather gets a little bit warmer. Just so pretty and so subtle. Like I said, a tad bit pricey at $45 each, but I think the artistry and the thought that goes into them is worth it. I think they're geniuses over there. So that is my homage to them. I really hope that you take a look and buy them. They are on the Surratt site now. I have linked to Saks Fifth Avenue, where they are starting a list where you can go ahead and put your name down and get one, and those will be coming in. They'll be coming everywhere soon, and I do feel that if you have an idea or an inkling that you might want to try a liquid blush, these would make you very, very, very happy. So let me know your thoughts and your thoughts on the Surratt brand in general, one of my dear favorites, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. If you haven't already done so, I certainly hope you consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.